Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Peeps, here we go. First domino falls. The Pistons are making moves now for the future, believe it or not. But before we get too much into it, congrats to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Congrats to Tom Brady on 7 championships. That's insane. Also made a lot of money off of sports betting. So thank you, Tampa, for being the underdogs and coming in, taking names and kicking ass. What a great game for me. That was entertaining. I know a lot of Chiefs fans don't feel the same way, but we're not here to talk about football today. We're here to talk about the Detroit Pistons and what Dennis Smith Jr. brings to the squad. So now that we have the official trade, everything's official. Derrick Rose is going to wear number 4 for the Knicks. We bring in Dennis Smith Jr. Don't know what he's going to wear yet. And then we get Charlotte's second overall pick from the Knicks, which I believe we gave up in the Kyrie Thomas trade, if I got that facts straightened out. Don't bet on us keeping that pick. If we are going to move on from Blake Griffin, it's going to cost you a little bit something else too, because no one's going to take him the way he's been playing with that big ass contract. So expect us to package some second rounders, but hey, the more draft picks we get, the more I like it, because I like what Troy Weaver did in this draft. Get this man as many picks as possible. Get as many young talent here as possible, especially for next year's draft. I know it's going to be in the 40s, so it's an okay second round draft pick, but we got 2 seconds this year. Our first, which will be really good. Our second overall pick. Actually, I think the Knicks still have that balls, but whatever. The more picks we get, the better off we're going to be. But for Dennis Smith Jr., he is a free agent after this year. We do save a little bit in cap from this deal, so that's always good. But Dennis Smith Jr. needs to showcase what he's got. Even if he doesn't re-sign with the Detroit Pistons, I wanted him back when he was coming out of the draft. I love his game. He is a fun player to watch. I know he struggled in New York. I know a lot of Knicks fans are happy he's gone. It could be a win-win. You know, I don't think he was in the right mindset when he got traded from Dallas, because he went from being the guy they drafted Luka to now he's not the guy, and now he's playing in New York. Like, it didn't go the way I think he wanted it to. But now on his third team already, he needs to realize, like, hey, I need to get my ducks in a row and I need to play well. That being said, the dunks this guy can bring are insane. A human highlight reel. And we really need some explosiveness from the point guard position, and something we're lacking right now. Anything to take away minutes from McGriddle. I'm perfectly cool with that. Play Dennis Smith Jr., play Saben Lee. Those should be your 2 point guards until Killian Hayes gets back. And then if, Dennis Smith Jr. doesn't perform the way you want, let him walk in free agency. Simple and plain as that. This is not a lose-lose situation. It sucks seeing Derrick Rose go. I wish we could have traded Derrick Rose to a better team. I seen Milwaukee, Lakers, Clippers, the Nets, Miami, all these teams were interested in him. I'm very interested to see if we'll ever see the details to those, because I'm very curious. But I wanted him to go somewhere like that, where he had a chance to go win a ring and do all that. But he's a free agent next year as well. Get his money right now. Next year, go into free agency. Go ring chasing, D Rose. No one's going to blame you if you join a super team. If anyone in the league deserves a ring, it's Derrick Rose. And I know Pistons fans will be rooting for him. Derrick Rose fans are always going to be rooting for him. It's kind of sad to see the Derrick Rose fans leave the channel already, but you guys got to follow your boy. I understand. I just hope Derrick Rose goes somewhere next year to get a ring. That's all I want for Derrick Rose, man. He's earned it. It was just awesome to see him come back here. I wish we could have made the playoffs with him last year, because I know he would have been a huge X factor in the playoffs. It's just sad we kind of wasted 2 years of his career. But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do to fix it now. For Dennis Smith Jr., he's coming here to not a whole lot of weapons. Him and Jeremy Grant should play pretty well together, but you need a good big man with Dennis Smith Jr. You look back at the Knicks, they had Mitchell Robinson, and it didn't really pan out. Plumlee's not going to do him any better. But hopefully he can get some opportunities with Big Stu. and work that pick and roll game and get some easy layups and dunks, and really push in transition and get some dunks there as well. But outside of that, man, he's been struggling. His numbers have dipped. I think it's just a confidence thing. Like, he didn't look like the same player in New York he did in Dallas, because in Dallas, until Luka got there, it was his team. But once Luka got there, his confidence just kind of went down the drain. Here, I'm not so much relying on the fact it's going to be his team. Since Blake's still here, Blake's out there, it goes to Blake. It's going to go through Grant. But he should get some good opportunities here. Like, now that Derrick Rose is gone, who's the other point guard going to be challenging him? Nobody. So he should get a lot of looks and a lot of opportunities here. It's a new start for him, new city, new jersey, new teammates, clean slate. I'm very excited to see what he can do for us. Like I said, if it doesn't work out, he saved a little bit of money. Just let him walk in free agency and save your second-round draft pick. Simple and plain as that. But I'm excited for him. I'm a huge fan. Hopefully he can bring a lot to the table, and hopefully he can get back to that Dallas day. He had a lot of potential and a lot of promise coming from there, but I'm looking forward to it, man. Hopefully he plays against the Brooklyn Nets. Hopefully the quarantine from the league protocol will be over by then, but probably not. So we might have to sit him for 2 or 3 games. I'm not sure if they let him sit for a week or 10 days or whatever it is, but they have to go through quarantine. Kind of sucks, but hopefully that will fly by and we get to see him on the Pistons court pretty soon. But let me know what you guys think about this trade now that it is finalized. What do you guys want to see Dennis bring to the team? What are you hoping for? And what do you think is going to happen with that second-round draft pick? Leave that all down below in the comments. Instagram, Twitter, DSA members in the description. Check it all out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And that's the bottom line, because Double D said so. Peace.